everybody, I'm Melissa, and this is Jennifer. I think you all know Jennifer. And we're down here at the Yoga Sanctuary studio this afternoon to demonstrate for you a nice restorative yoga pose. And this one is called Instant Maui. And I don't know a Sanskrit name for Instant Maui, but it's a kind of a combination. I think of it as a combination between a legs up the wall, a modified legs up the wall pose, and a supported bridge pose. It has elements of each of those, meant to be really comfortable and really relaxing. So I want to show you the setup. We have a mat laid down, and on the mat we've got the front feet of the chair resting on the mat so that it won't slide away. And a blanket opened up for some padding on the chair. Bolster going across the mat. We've opened up a blanket here for some padding underneath the back and head. We've got an extra blanket back there in case Jennifer needs some padding under her head and neck, and then more props as needed to make her comfortable. All right. So Jennifer, if you would come and sit facing toward that way with your knees bent and scoot toward the furthest edge of the bolster. Good. So Jennifer, now you're going to simultaneously turn your back toward the floor and swing your legs up onto the chair, your lower legs. All right, great. All right, I'm going to pause here for a moment. So the two key elements of comfort in this pose are that her hips are supported by the bolster. So we don't want it under her back, which would be really archy, and we don't want her to be falling off it. That's one thing. And then the other thing that creates complete comfort is having a good connection of the back of the knees to the chair. Now she's done a good job with that. I'm just going to bring it in. She's going to stretch her legs out. Good, and relax. So she's like a waterfall now, right? So you can begin to see perhaps why we call this instant Maui. It's instantly comfortable, but you could call it instant Aruba or instant whatever is your special place. So the next thing we're going to do is see if she needs a little support under her head. So do you feel as though you need it? Maybe a little bit? Okay. If her chin were tipping back a lot, so if your chin were to tip back a lot, we would definitely want to add some. And a little support under the neck always feels nice anyway. So she's going to lift up, and we're going to bring a little bit of a blanket roll right under the cervical spine there. Yeah, is that good? All right. So comfort is key in restorative poses. I'm going to add a little bit of weight here on the shins so she doesn't levitate and float away. And then we cover. So keys to comfort, to resting. Restorative is about rest. And key to resting is comfort. So comfort comes from a number of elements, one of which is the supports we've used. So she's supported everywhere. Quiet, if we can have quiet, and it's not always available to us, but as best we can have quiet. And then warmth, but we don't want her to be too warm. So, but the other element of covering, besides offering warmth, is a feeling of protection. It allows you to feel as though you're not exposed. And also the weight is nice. All right, and then we're going to put the blanket on. Are you 100% comfortable, Jennifer? 100%. 100%. So we want that to be the answer. Eye pillow. And there we are. Instant Maui. So this is a pose, restorative pose that you would experience if you were to come to our Meditate and Restore class on Wednesdays or to our restorative class on Friday evenings. So if you think this looks good to you, then come on down and join us for one of those classes.